Howdy.
Howdy. Week 2 of Dancen podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Bryson. Who are
Danny.
you? That's what's up.
So what are we going to talk about today, Bryson?
This week's topic is Valentine's.
Valentine's.
Today is February 14th, Valentine's Day. That's facts.
Today's
So,
I'm thirsty.
you're thirsty.
Yeah.
Well, that's tough. Where do you want to start? Anywhere?
I don't know. Where do you want to start?
All right, Danny. What is Valentine's Day to you? What do you think?
To me?
Yeah, to you, what is Valentine's Day?
Well, I don't know what it is to me, but I know what it is.
Okay, then what is
Valentine's Day is just, well, without getting too technical, right, on the history of Valentine's Day, it's just a day where you, what is Valentine's Day? It's like day of love and love.
You want to hear what I have to say about Valentine's
What do you
Day?
have to say?
I feel like Valentine's Day is like, it's like a commercial. It's for the businesses to make money.
It's every holiday.
Yeah, exactly. But, I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, they're just trying to make money. Because I think you should love everybody every single day, no matter what. Like, I don't feel like there should be a certain day, but I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, I think you should love every single day.
Love every day.
Yeah.
That's inspiring, Bryson.
Anyways. So, Danny, what is love? What the heck is love?
Chemically, love is just a chemical reaction in the brain in an attempt to make you make more children. That's the end goal of that chemical reaction.
Okay.
It's very, if you look at it.
If you look at it in like in that type of love way, there's other types of love.
Well, you also have to realize it is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have scripture on what love, the definition of meaning of love. You want me to read that? I gotta read that. I got that right here. Right here, right now. 1 Corinthians 13:4. 4 through 8. Love is patience. Love is kind. Love does not envy. Is not boastful. Is not arrogant. Is not rude. Is not self-seeking. Is not irritable. And does not keep a record of wrongs. Love finds no joy in unrighteousness, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends.
Beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? That is so beautiful.
So let's unpack that. What does that mean?
That is beautiful. What does that mean? Exactly what I just said. Like, I don't know. I don't know exactly. Love is... Oh, heck. I don't know. It's not like... Love is not supposed to just be for, like, pleasure and all that. Is basically what it's saying.
Yeah.
Love is supposed to be... I don't know. Just the way you treat others. Everybody, to be honest. I think I have another thing over here. Oh! Facts.
Valentine's Day. What is love?
Oh, that also said, Jesus said, "This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. That's good too. You should love others as he loved you.
Just make me think of something, Preston. We'll get to it. Just keep presenting.
Oh, next. Oh,
Next.
these are personal. These are personal questions now. Okay. Which traditional gift would you rather get? A card, chocolates, or flowers? Which one is like most meaningful to you?
I don't know. Chocolate? I'm not a big fan of chocolate.
Yeah, me neither, to be honest.
Flowers?
But that's all the time what I get. I always get chocolate. Every Valentine's Day I always get chocolate. But it's okay.
No, I'm not a big fan of chocolate.
I know it's coming from the heart. That's all that matters.
Flowers?
Flowers wither away.
Yeah,
A card is most meaningful
out of those
to me.
things, yeah, I have to say a card.
That's what my preference is getting
It's
a
more-
card. Because I like the words that are inside them.
Well,
They're
I know.
lasting. Chocolate just goes in your stomach and goes away.
I know
goes out
for
there.
every gift that I give, right, for everyone, birthdays, Christmas, whatnot, right, I like it more when it has significant meaning,
Yeah.
not just the thing itself.
Yeah.
It's always something behind it.
Where it's coming from.
A story behind that object.
Mm-hmm. That's facts. You want me to go to the next question? This one's, I don't know. Is Valentine's Day more for men or women, in your opinion?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
I think it depends
On
which
the person.
country you're talking about.
Or even
Actually,
on the person.
You know why?
Why?
I know in certain places, it's like see, I don't know about here. What would you say?
Well, for here, I would say it's more for women.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a dude, if you don't get nothing, I don't feel like it would hurt as much. You think? Like, I feel like a girl, like, that's what she looks for. And if she doesn't get it, I feel like it would be like, she would have a hard time about it. You know what I mean?
But not
So-
everyone cares, I don't think.
Not everyone, but most of the girl population, I feel like they do care.
Yeah.
Like-
I can,
Just imagine if you were, well, no, don't imagine if you're a girl, but you do have like a boyfriend or significant other or whatever, and he didn't get you anything. You'd probably feel like, oh, he doesn't love me anymore or something like that. You think?
yeah.
I feel like that's what they would think. Because if you did start out your relationship with getting them something, and then you just, over time, like, lose that tradition, then they might think other, I don't know.
Yeah, I know in certain countries, like it falls on the men, right? But that's also true.
For anything else.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
That's facts. Like, what countries?
Cambodia.
Cambodia?
I
Interesting. I don't know how you know that, because I wouldn't have never known that.
What's your next question, Bryson?
Oh, next question. What color is love? If you had to pick a color for love, what color would that be?
Well, I know love smells like blue, so I
Blue.
will have to say it's red.
It's red. Yeah, I would either say red or pink. I think more pink, because whenever I think of pink, I feel like more like warm and, you know what I mean? I feel like red is just, it could be a little dark sometimes. Pink's always light. Always. I don't know if that's a good theory behind it, but
But do you know we associate things with colors?
yeah,
I think that's a little strange,
that is a little strange.
but it makes sense. You know, like green, nature, blue, water.
Facts. Okay, Danny, You ready for this next question? This one's a deep one. Does Valentine's Day apply to someone who doesn't have a significant other?
I don't know. Does it? It's just a day.
Well, I could
Doesn't-
Yeah.
What do you think? I'm curious.
Honestly, I feel like yes,
Why?
it does apply to someone that doesn't have a significant other. Because, like, even though you don't have a significant other, you still have family that's still gonna give you stuff and, like, still love you on that day. So I feel like that day, it doesn't...
Should be every day.
Yeah. But, like, I feel like, I don't know. Just not, like... honestly, if I was still single, honestly, the day would still matter to me because I still have my mom and my dad and all them that are still gonna show me love, extra love.
Extra love.
Extra love on this day. I mean, it's not like extra love, but they just give me like chocolate and stuff just to like, I don't know.
Alright. I can see that.
Facts.
For me,
Well,
it's just...
what do you think?
It's just any other day.
It's just any other
There's
day?
nothing...
Significant about it.
It's February. Changing from winter to spring.
Facts. Well, this rolls into the next question. Is Valentine's Day only about romantic love or friendships and family? In your opinion?
Now that's interesting. In Spanish, Valentine's Day, there's two ways of saying it. One of them is just translating Valentine's Day. But the other way is saying Day of Love and Friendship. That's what that means. And obviously you talked about family, so it's not only romantic.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah. That's facts. Yeah, I would say it's not only about romantic love, but that does play a big part in that. But yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
You're talking about love.
All right. Well, this is like the last question already.
Oh, no. We should take more time on some of these other questions.
That's what
then.
I'm saying. Well, we can go back.
I'm rushing you, Bryson.
We can go back if you want.
Mm.
Is a romantic gesture more powerful on Valentine's Day or a different day?
Ooh. Now, I think it's more powerful when it's not on Valentine's Day.
I think it is too, to be honest.
Because there's no other reason. Like, it gives you an excuse, right?
Yeah.
So,
Like, today, like, it's almost like it's put out there, like, you should do that.
which kind
But,
of
like-
reduces the meaning a little.
Yeah. Like, if you, like, go out and, like, say it's not Valentine's Day. You just go out, your wife or whatever asks you to go to the store, and you go to the store, and you're like, oh, I'm going to grab these flowers for her for today, just to let her know how much I love her.
Just out of randomness.
Yeah. Like, that just shows, like, more than what today would show.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
There should be... Valentine's Day is kind of dumb.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah. But yeah. I don't know what I got back here. What is every day? Commercialized holiday. Yeah, that's it. That's
Commercialized holiday.
it's commercialized holiday.
I think that's every holiday.
Yeah.
Every holiday has had some sort of significant meaning to it, but it's been commercialized. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. So we could go into the history of Valentine's Day if you want. I know a little, like a little
Yeah, what
bit.
do you know? What do you know about
Well,
Valentine's Day?
I like did some research and I was like trying to figure out like when it like started specifically, and like I got I don't even know what I got, like the 5th century, the 8th century, and the 14th. So I like whenever I was doing some research, I found out that like it kind of started in the 8th century, but by the 14th century the meaning was basically for love. And I forget the guy's name, but his last name was Valentine. that I forget.
Valentine.
Yeah, his last name was Valentine. The one that, like, founded it, basically.
Yeah, there's a... Valentine's Day has it's an interesting history. There was a Roman holiday that was called Capernulia.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I read about that.
Oh, you read about
I read about that.
It's a Roman holiday in February, some sort of feast.
Mm-hmm.
And it was usually it didn't have much to do with love, right? And then the Pope at that time said it was a pagan holiday, so he outlawed it. And instead it was replaced with people think it was replaced with Saint Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, there was a person, Valentine, and love wasn't its original meaning.
Mm-hmm.
That came later. So there's no real line.
Yeah.
Where it started. You could say it all started with Adam and Eve, right?
Yeah.
About anything.
Oh yeah. And there's also a thing that it said the first letter that was sent, but I don't know how they figured this out. But the first letter that was sent was in 1477, was it? Something like that.
Mm.
It was a very specific date, but I don't know how they would have ever figured that out, that it was a love letter sent. But I don't know how they would have figured that out, but yeah. So what do you normally do on Valentine's Day?
What do I normally do?
Yeah.
I just go about my day.
You just go about your day?
I go about my day.
You don't?
Normally.
There's nothing special going on?
No.
For me, I feel like every year, at some point I always get, like, my grandma always comes to my house, gives me some chocolates and a card. And then my parents always give me chocolate. And then in past years, when we didn't have our other people, like, my parents wouldn't, like, leave the house and go out on dates for themselves because, like, they didn't want to leave me out. So we would we'd always make, like, dinner together. And then we always had heart-shaped plates. And we would have a cart, like cups with a bunch of hearts on them and stuff. And I don't know. My mom's, like, super festive about, like, every holiday. She has plates for every holiday and all that. So we would always eat as a family. And I don't know. Sit at the table and talk about our days and stuff.
Very interesting.
Yeah. But I don't know. Do you think it would, like, affect somebody if they didn't have family that would, like, be there to love them on this day? Like, do you think, like, this type of day would, like, make them feel, like, left out or something if they didn't have people that love them? Or is it just another day for them?
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. Like, if the person normally doesn't have a good family, then they wouldn't feel any absence.
But do you think they would be, like, jealous about everybody else?
It's on the person. I mean, if that person's weak-minded, they would be jealous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it.
Pretty good.
I know. I don't know. Certain people, everyone has their own traditions and customs. Just because for you, if it's an absence of something, doesn't mean it's an absence for somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're used to receiving, as an example, let's say you're used to receiving $1 every single day. And all of a sudden, you don't get $1 one day. It'll make you feel a little upset.
What's going on?
Yeah. But if a person normally doesn't receive $1 every day. It's just a regular day.
I guess. I look at it as like, if someone wasn't getting loved like everybody else, and they saw, like, I don't know, they saw everybody getting like cards and chocolate and flowers.
It depends on the person, I have to say.
Yeah, probably feel like left out. I mean,
Depends on the person.
yeah, I guess.
I will firmly stand by that. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think? Okay, never mind. What were you gonna say?
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna be like, do you think like? Well, it's back to. Never mind. It would just go back to. It depends on the person, because I was gonna ask you if like, say this girl had a significant other, and every year they would get something from their significant other, and then they broke up. Do you think this day would hurt the most out of all the days? Or what do you think on that?
Yeah, it depends on the person.
It depends on the person. I knew you were going to say that. That's why I stopped. What about you?
But
What would you think?
what I think?
Yeah.
Like, if that happened to me, right, I don't think I would just go about my day. It's
You just go by your day?
I wouldn't think anything. Like, what's done is done, right? Sad, you cried a little bit, whatever.
Yeah.
What's done is done. There's no point. And I always like to think that if you're not able to, your emotions, they're valid, but they shouldn't affect your life.
Yeah.
Not in a significant way. So I don't get carried away by this and that, and I feel left out. No, I don't engage in that.
Yeah.
Or how do I explain myself? But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care.
You don't care?
No.
Yeah.
But there's a time and a place to care, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I sound too...
Do you think getting love, like, every single day would change the type of person you are? Like, say you grow up without love, do you think that would change you as a person, like, a lot, or?
Well, I don't know. I never thought about that.
Well, there could be like different situations. Like, I feel like if the person that did get loved was in the situation and a person that didn't get loved, like, maybe like they won't know how to love. You know what I mean? The person that didn't get loved when they were younger, maybe they don't know how to love.
That's valid.
And that could like affect things, maybe.
But also, like, traumatizing experiences. Like, maybe you do know how to love, but you had a bad experience and it ruined it for you. Or maybe you love too much. You know, there's and then something happened and then you never
want to love again.
Well, no, there's a quote. Those who are heartless once loved too much.
Hmm.
Have you ever heard of that quote before?
I don't think so. Well, I might have, but I don't know.
Yeah, so let's say a person falls in love with a rock. Just
with a rock.
With a rock, right? Like, deeply in love with this rock. and then all of a sudden the rock disappears.
It's gone.
That person is broken completely.
Mm-hmm.
And they might just go about being real, like heartless. You know, when someone's heartless, they're like cynical and just unemotional,
Yeah.
like that. Not necessarily mean, but they can be.
And, like, depending how mentally tough you are, if you do, like, have someone you love and then it's gone and you feel heartbroken, it could lead to self-harm depending on the person, too.
Yeah. But
Because then they'll think,
what if-
I'm not good enough,
so-
all this,
yeah.
all that.
Do you think that if somebody is loved too much, do you think that's such a thing? Like, in a household, let's imagine. I imagine this is where emotional people come from. Too much love. You know, you gotta learn. There has to be a balance.
Between love, yeah.
That's always a balance is key in life for everything.
Yeah.
There has to be a balance because I know. Some people are just. I don't want to be. I'm just gonna say it, too weak, right? And I think part of that is because their parents are very protective. And I think there is such a thing as too much love. Do you think? Maybe I'm wrong in that.
Well, to a certain extent, because, like, I don't know. It would have to be super extreme, wouldn't
You
it?
think so?
I think it would. I mean, I feel like I'm loved, like, a lot.
Because this is where brats come from.
Brads?
Brats.
What's that?
Bratty kids.
Oh, brats, yeah. Like, yeah, that's true. But, like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like I'm loved, like, a lot, but I'm emotional at the same time, too. And I don't know if it's because I'm loved too much.
It's
or
not
if
a bad
just,
thing.
Or it's just I just care too much. I don't know.
Well, I know for a fact.
I feel like maybe if you're loved a lot, it could make you soft.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. I might be a little soft. Softer than I should be, but I don't know. What?
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just laughing at that kid.
What?
He was flossing. I wasn't laughing at you. Well, for me, I think there's been a gracious balance in my household.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too personal, but my dad has always been like, you need, like, your emotions, they're valid. And he's not afraid to, like, cry in front of us or anything like that.
Yeah.
I've seen him before. He did it recently. He cries, right? And then he says it's okay and all that. And that's part of showing your humanity, really. We're humans, right? We think a lot. Well, I think a lot. We experience a lot of stuff, and it makes us feel different ways and more and whatnot. But then again, it shouldn't affect the way you go about your day. I don't think it should. Yeah, it's balance. It's all about balance.
Yeah.
I feel I don't feel like there's a lack of love towards me.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think that. If anything, it might be love loaded too much.
Yeah. I don't know. I was about to go into something, but before, do you think love can be, like, how do you think you can express love? Like, does love, like, would, like, getting gifts and stuff count as being loved, or is that just, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Or, like, getting what you want, is that love, or is that...
Well, I think most people would say no.
No?
No. It's not about material possessions. One of the things that I've learned, if you get attached to things, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. People get worried about, oh no, not this and not that. Oh.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. Yeah. I feel like what I was about to go into was, like, I feel like my parents will, like, do anything for me or, like, get me anything I need to succeed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
like, there's no lack of, if you need something, you'll get it.
Yeah. So, I don't know if that's love or if it's just because I'm spoiled. Or both. You think? I don't know. What do you think?
Well, how do you feel?
I don't know. I think it's love. I think they're doing it because they
It's
love
also
me.
a responsibility.
It is.
So, but obviously not every parent is equal.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one quote that goes, every child deserves parents, but not every parent deserves a child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means? You know, so
yeah.
There are parents out there
That,
are abusive.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how you could even do that. Like,
I study these people.
you do?
Yeah.
I need to know what's going on.
I found, you know, they're not. I think everything that is easy is bad. If something is easy to do, it's probably a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine, I heard about this one case of a lady downtown Chambersburg,
Mm-hmm.
who her daughter, you know, she was crying, she's having a temper tantrum, whatnot, and she turned on the hot water in the shower, and she burned her own daughter. Yeah, that was really sad.
Like, to death or what?
Serious burns.
Just burnt.
Serious burns.
How did the water
She
get
got arrested and she's in jail.
Oh my gosh.
So I look at that and I see she was being lazy. She was trying to find a quick way to shut her up, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's laziness. You have to sit down with your child. First of all, is there something wrong, right?
Yeah.
Is there...
What's going on to make her act like that?
Or act like a parent that you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very fortunate.
Yeah, what did the parent do to make her act like that? Or how did she raise her?
Ugly stuff.
Yeah. I can't even imagine that. Like, I don't even know what would go through someone's brain to even think of that. Because, like, when I think of having kids and stuff, like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to love them. And
so much.
Yeah, I'm going to love them so much. And I'm going to, like, literally do anything for them. Like, and if my daughter or son, whatever it is, if he wants to do something, I'll work and do everything I can so that they can do what they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want my children to speak about me the way I speak about my dad.
Yeah.
the way I don't want to spoil them, right? I don't want to give them everything they want. Some things you have to earn.
Yeah.
And I don't want to... They should know this is not an easy place to live. The world is a nasty place. It can be a very nasty place.
Very nasty.
And I have to make sure, I have to be responsible enough to make sure that they're prepared to handle what's coming at them, right? So that's where we're coming back to this theme, balance.
Yeah.
You show your kid too much love, you're hiding the real world from them.
Oh, yeah.
That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm very prepared now. I still haven't experienced anything drastically.
Yeah.
But it also depends on how you see it. Maybe I have. Maybe if you live the way I do, you think it's hard.
Yeah.
But I think...
that goes back to it. Depends on the person.
Depends on the person.
Because
how strong are you? How educated are you? How in control of your emotions are you?
Because something to you could be like not as bad to someone that's like tougher or have gone through it already multiple times.
Or vice versa.
Either way.
So, I don't want my children to be weak.
Yeah, me neither.
I want them to know that life can bring you to your knees. I think that's very important.
Very.
But also that it's worth it. Love is worth it. That it's worth experiencing. It's not a putrid thing. It's not anyone who says love shouldn't be a thing or isn't worth it. Just completely has a poisonous heart.
Completely wrong.
It's all about balance. I think some people lose their balance, go one way or the other, and you'll either be weak or you'll be cynical.
Balance.
Balance goes into anything. And I know for a fact, easy things, laziness, bad thing.
Yeah.
You have to put in the work.
It's not just given.
Yeah.
Gotta earn it.
What do you think about that?
I think that's powerful. That's right. I agree with that.
I wonder if we could find anyone that disagrees.
I don't think so either. Well, maybe someone that's, I don't know, hasn't been balanced. I don't know. Like, if they...
Yeah, you get tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Tunnel vision. Is that all you have?
I don't know.
Any other thoughts?
We can go into something else if you want. I don't know what else there is about love. Danny, who do you love?
I think the person that I love the most is myself.
Yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's not...
I love myself a lot too. But, yeah.
Yeah. It goes me, and then and then me.
Danny.
Yeah.
I love a lot of people. Obviously I love my entire family. I love Julie. I love you, Danny.
No, I love you too, Bryson.
Yeah. I don't know. I love a lot of people. I try to love everyone that I can, but
do you think
at the same time I don't want to say it in a bad way, but I love more important people. You know what I mean? I love them more than what I do other people.
As it should be, right? Because if you love everybody
equally, then what's
then
love?
It doesn't mean anything to anybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
You tell someone, "Oh, I love you."
It
And they'll
doesn't.
be like, but you also love them. But you also love them. You also love them. Does that mean anything to me?
No. Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah, I don't tell much people that I love them. That I actually like.
I reserve.
That word, love is powerful. That word is powerful.
I reserve it. I don't say I love everybody.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, I know,
It's
I
special.
understand what you're trying to say. Like, you should love everybody.
Hmm. Like this one right here.
Yeah. But I think you should you should be kind to everybody, but you shouldn't. You don't have to love them.
Well, that was also in the definition in the
Yeah.
Bible. Kind is love. Is a part of love. Being
Mhm.
kind. So.
It all depends on what definition you use, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe your definition is a lot more diluted than my definition.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it should be reserved.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone deserves your love. You think that's true?
I don't know about that though. Like, I feel like everyone does deserve it though.
You think everyone deserves your love?
Well, maybe like a certain person needs that love from you, and your love could change. I don't know. It could change them or something. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like it could be like important to them or
Yeah, you
important
never-
in their life. Like they might be going through something, and your love could help them get through their struggles or something. You know?
That is true. But
Because you don't
then,
know how.
then that person deserves it.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, but I know there's people that don't deserve your love.
Yeah, probably. Like who? Who do you think?
I'm not gonna mention any names towards me.
Any names? Well,
I mean, we're on
Like-
camera.
like
Like, you realize that?
oh yeah. But like any, I don't know. Well, I have a very interesting question for you. Okay.
Ask away.
So, say there's a guy that's in prison for murdering
Mhm.
people and just a really bad person.
All right, really bad.
And-
person. Got it.
And a guy over here that is a very good person, like does everything that's right and everything. Who do you
Right.
think deserves your love?
Without me knowing them, none of them.
None of them.
None of them deserve it. That's not what I mean when I say that. I mean,
Or which one do you think deserves love? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe not your love, but who do you think deserves love?
love. See, still, if it wasn't, still, if it's not me, right? I think, if let's say me, all right? Just for now.
Say you.
If I meet this person
Mhm.
and then this person, it depends if I'm able to like discern what their thoughts are, if I make a connection with them, you know? Like I know really bad people who aren't necessarily bad inherently, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way they were put into.
A situation.
Yeah, and a lot of times, yeah, sometimes they're really bad, right?
Yeah.
And doesn't mean they are people, right, who are complete psychopaths. And in that case, I would pick the other person, right? But to me, it just seems who is more, who am I able to connect with more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this really good person is too much of a snob for me.
Yeah. That makes
But
total
then
sense,
you
yeah.
ask, who needs more love, right? Now that person's in prison. Is he in prison?
Yeah.
So obviously they had some lack of love. But I think in that point, There's no turning back. It all depends on how you grew up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who do you think deserves more love?
Honestly, I think they should be loved equally.
You think they should be loved equally?
Yeah. If it was possible to love them equally, I think they should be loved equally. Because there's actually this super cool, like, movie. It's called The Shack.
The Shack.
I think it came out, like, recent or the last year or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's about this dad, and he was, they were at a picnic, or, like, camping, and it was him, his son, and I think it was his other daughter. Yeah, it was him, his son, and his daughter, okay? And the son went into the stream, or the river, and he got pulled out into the current and started drowning. So the dad had to run and save his son. But at the same time, when he ran and saved his son, his daughter got kidnapped and killed. But that he didn't find that out until the end of the movie, that she got killed. He was searching for her for a long time. But he kept going to God and kept asking him why this guy took his daughter. She was such a perfect human being. Like, she was so innocent, because she was only like 3 years old. And he was like super depressed about it. And he got a note in his mailbox that told him to go to a shack. And he asked his neighbor if his neighbor put that note in his, because he lived in like kind of the middle of nowhere, just one neighbor beside him. And so he asked his neighbor if he put that note in his mailbox, and he said no. So he thought it was the guy that had his daughter. So he goes to the shack all angry and all this, talking like he was like gonna like try to go fight the guy that had his daughter. But when he got to the cabin, there was nobody there. And I don't know, well, it was like a shack, but whenever he got there, it was an angel came down, and there was 3 of them. It was the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, and then like there's Jesus, and I think someone else, I forget. But like it's all one person, but there was 3 different. And they told him, because he was like, whenever he was praying, he kept asking why his daughter got taken, and why, like, basically saying that the guy that took his daughter needs to go to hell and all this, and he wishes whatever and all this. And whenever he was in the shack, they explained to him, they said, pick your son or your daughter to go to heaven, and the other one has to go to hell. And he's like, I can't do that. And he was like, and they were like, well, how do you expect God to pick whether your daughter goes to heaven and that man that stole your daughter goes to hell? Like, how is that? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, how can you make Jesus pick that and you can't pick it yourself? So I don't know. He ended up, after that encounter, he ended up going and forgiving the guy for what he did and all that. I thought it was a pretty cool story. I don't know.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? That's pretty crazy. Basically, it was like, the moral of the story was that, like, I don't know. They're both
love equally.
Yeah, they're both equal. No matter who it is, everybody's equal in God's eyes. No matter what they've done. Because they're all his children. I thought that was a pretty powerful story. I recommend you watch that movie. It made my mom and dad cry, and it was pretty sad.
What's it called?
The Shack.
The Shack.
The Shack.
Well, love everyone equally. obviously it's not a very easy thing to do. So
Definitely not.
if we come back to what I said,
Well,
easy
deserving.
stuff is bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how you reason through that.
Mm-hmm.
So what does loving people equally mean to you? What does that mean?
Well, I would say like
Unconditional love?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think it depends on what you mean by love, right? If
Yeah.
you go back to your example about
Being kind and
the guard, I mean not the guard, the really bad guy and this really good guy, right? Like, I don't know. Like, for me, obviously I would be nice to both of them, right? Since they haven't offended me yet.
yeah.
And obviously they do deserve some sort of human respect, right? But loving them, to me would mean like, what do you mean by love? How do you love them personally?
How would I love?
Yeah, how do you love them?
Any random person?
Yeah. What do you do?
Just be like kind to them from the start. I don't know. I don't even know how I explain it. Because I feel like I already
To me,
love
it's
everybody.
about if you're obviously. I think it's more like how high of a priority are they to you? Like, obviously, I wouldn't. If Joe Schmo over there asked me to mow his lawn, I would be like, maybe I'll be able to, maybe I won't. I'll put you on my list, but if I don't get to you, sorry. Right?
Yeah.
It's not like I would be like, right now? Yeah. Add it. Where's your lawn at? I think.
Yeah. It's hard to like explain it. I don't know.
So do I love them? Is that love?
Loving. I have no
understand
clue.
that.
I don't have any clue.
In fact, I go to random people and sometimes I just wave at them. I just wave to random people, and I ask them. I remember one day I was down there, and there's a little hill down there, like that place, like, well, they won't know, but where we launched the rocket.
Yeah, up on the hill.
Yeah,
Out there.
yeah. I was just walking back, and there was this old guy just walking, and I said, "Sir, stop right there." And then I started talking to him about I made up a scenario, and I told him I'm a surveyor for land, and I'm here to gather your thoughts on what you think about putting fairgrounds in here instead of a park. Fairgrounds, like Shippensburg fairgrounds. You know what a fairground is, right?
Yeah.
And then the guy started talking. I didn't pay attention to his answer, but I just wanted to
Start a conversation.
yeah.
Well, I think that was pretty kind of you.
No, I don't think it was.
You don't think that was kind? I think that was kind.
Because for me, that was really easy.
But it was still kind. You went out of your way to notice him and start a conversation with
Right.
him.
But I don't know. Like, I could go talk to that guy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just, and it wouldn't
How are
feel
you
weird.
today? Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to explain.
But I don't love him,
Well, yeah. But
so I don't understand. I'll be nice to him, but I'm not gonna love him unless I get to know him really well, and then.
I feel like it's like
So I don't know.
in like certain situations. Like I don't feel like, oh, you should just love that guy over there and that guy over there. I feel like
Yeah, you
if
say
they-
everyone.
Yes,
You say everyone.
I know, but like I feel like whenever the situation comes, I feel like you should love them. You know what I mean? Like if there's a situation that comes,
So,
To you.
what situation?
like any type of situation.
Like that situation? Yeah, I still don't love you.
Oh gosh, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I would have to do some more research about it. And what?
No, don't do research.
Why?
Reason through it. Think about it.
The reason through it.
Research is the last thing I do.
Interesting.
But I always try to think about it first. Yeah, you're looking up the answer.
Time is precious right now. But I would, I don't know. Like, I feel like you would have like a tug on your shoulder and like you would know when a certain person needs like loving. You know what I mean? Like you could like sense or
So
feel
what is
it.
love? Is it talking to them? Is it going out of your way to do something for them? Is it just being nice to them? What is it?
What the frick's the definition again?
Oh my gosh.
What the frick's the definition? Patience, kind,
Patience.
not envy, not boastful, not arrogant, not rude, not self-seeking, not irritable, does not keep a record of wrongs. Keeps a
So
record
is love all of
wrongs.
those things at once, or is it just one of those things individually?
Oh. Now that's a hard question.
Well, this is what it's all about. Like, obviously, I'll be kind to that person. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna love him, right? But if I do all those things to that person, then it probably means I love him.
Yeah, that means love. I don't know. I don't know what it says. But as the prophecies, they will come to an end. As for tongues, they will cease. As the knowledge, it will come to an end.
But I didn't know what you mean, Bryson. Like, I'm not gonna be mean to everyone, right? You shouldn't do that. It's not good for you. It's not good for the other person. But when you say love, it depends how strongly you mean by love.
Faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Interesting. I'm not sure how to answer that question, Danny.
So, but you do believe that you should love everyone.
Yes. But I guess I just don't know how I'm supposed to.
Yeah. Like, say,
But I feel like that's human nature. Not knowing how to. Like,
no.
how could you just go to that guy and love him?
Yeah, I can't.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus did that. He just walked up to them and he already loved them.
Yeah.
That's what it's like
So,
basically
but-
saying is we're supposed to try to be like him. But I don't know how you're supposed to go and just love them. It's like, I don't know, it's strange. It's strange.
Do I put myself at their feet and tell them I'm at their service when I know I
feel
can't
like-
do that?
I feel like love is probably all of them. All of those.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what it is.
I think so.
Because kind is just being kind. That's not loving. You know what I mean? But it's
That's
a
what I'm
part
saying.
of loving. I feel like you gotta do all that stuff for people.
So who
to love.
loves everyone?
Jesus.
No, only.
Only Jesus loves everybody.
So I say set yourself some realistic goals here. Yeah.
Realistic goals. I I don't know. That's why I just try to be a positive light in everybody's life.
I think that's a worthy goal.
Everyone I encounter, I try to, I don't know.
Is that easy for you?
Yeah.
You think that's easy for you?
That's like you walking up to that guy and being able to talk to him. Like, I feel like since you said like that's easy to you, I feel like me being kind to everybody or being positive to everybody is just easy for me. Unless they give me a reason not to. But at the same time, even if they gave me a reason not to, I feel like I still love them. Or still try to be positive to them or kind to them. I don't know. I try to. But
I try to.
And then you taught me respect is earned. And then I kind of started going by that a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta respect yourself. I mean, you can't love everybody else without loving yourself first.
I guess, yeah.
Right?
Like the girl that sits at our lunch table, like that girl's hard to get. Ain't nobody know. Ain't nobody know. That's in between me and you. Only me and you know that.
This is gonna be public, person.
Yeah, but that's significant. There's how many girls at our table? There's a few, but
everyone's.
Danny, stop. Anyways, yeah, like with that situation, like I was always nice to her, but I feel like she always made jokes about me. Like, I don't know if you heard about that one time.
I've heard a lot of things about you, person.
I was making Christmas cookies with my cousins. We were having a good time, and I get a text from this person, and they're like, "Are you going to the?" They said, "Are you going to the basketball game, or are you reenacting the birth of Jesus Christ?" And I was like, first of all, it's not even that day. Second of all, what's that got to do with anything? All you had to do was ask me if I'm going to the game or not. Like, I don't know. It just made me feel weird. Because, like, before that, I was always nice to her. I never gave her a reason to say that. So, I don't know. She said a few things like that already. And the more and more she says stuff like that, it just makes me not like her a little bit more and more. Even though I should. Or I shouldn't. I should.
Here's what I think, right?
And then you tell me respect
I could care less
about what other people think.
Right? I don't hate that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wish the best for them. And I hope they become great people and they do whatever they want.
But you're not going to be nice
to them. Well, if it comes to it, yeah. I mean, naturally, that's the first time interaction with someone I've never made to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
same.
Right, and it's just no. I don't do that. I've never engaged anybody in conflict. I've never hated anyone. No.
You may have disliked something that someone's done,
yeah.
but you've never hated them.
And I wish the best for them, you know? Good luck to you. If it's what you want to do, then do it. You know? But I will not allow myself to be... No, I don't. I guess that sounds kind of selfish.
What? Say it. What were you going to say?
I will not allow myself to disrespect myself in order to please somebody else.
Yeah.
I just can't do that, and maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe that's why.
I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, what do you mean by disrespect yourself?
Like, humiliate myself
for somebody else?
There's no reason. There's no reason.
I mean, I feel like I would.
You would.
I think I would. I think I've done it before. Humiliated myself to protect somebody else. I think I've done that.
You say protect somebody else. Right? Obviously, if you're protecting someone else, that's a different situation.
Okay.
I'm talking about they want something from me, so I'm not... If it requires me to disrespect myself, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And to a certain degree, I have to say, someone who is pleasing everyone, who tries to please everyone, just from what I've seen, I study people, I don't know.
From what you've seen from me?
I think, I don't know. If I have to look at you from the outside, maybe I would see it.
I feel like I do.
But
I try to please people a lot. Do you think I do? From what you see?
We'll get back to you.
Okay.
I'm talking about these people in general.
All right.
They care too much about other people, but that sounds really bad. That doesn't come out right. Like, how do I? You asked me about you, and then I'm now.
Whoops.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, these people that try to please everyone, and I feel like
okay,
they're
like, are you trying to say people that try to please people, but they go against their own like beliefs or whatever? Morals. Like, you feel like, is that what you're trying to say?
No, that's what I just finished talking about.
Okay. I didn't know if that's what you're...
I'm trying to say something new.
Okay,
and
let's say something new.
People that are trying to please everyone, right? They seek people's approval. And I think that is the absolute worst thing you can do to yourself. It's like, you shouldn't need anybody else's approval, right? You don't need them to love you back. You don't need them. Danny,
this sounds like me. I'm so serious. It sounds like me. I'm so serious.
Well, what I'm about to say is kind of offensive. So
No, say it. I want you to say it.
Well, I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Well, at the same time, I'm not, but I kind of am this type of person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wasn't referring to you specifically, right? It's not nothing personal.
Okay, what were you gonna say? Say it.
Well, these people are still sometimes I think they don't do it because they want to be nice. I think they do it because they want to be loved.
Right? Want to be loved.
And I think it's weak, right? It's part of a weak mentality. They still need approval and a mommy and a daddy and my heart, I think it's a bad thing.
Yeah. I feel like I fall into the I want to be nice, not I'm looking for love. That's not what I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I don't fall into that, I don't think.
Well, just think about it yourself, Reason through it. Am I this type of person? Am I not this type of person? Because, it's just...
Facts.
You know, specifically with us right now. You know, people our age, a lot of them, they care what people think about them.
Mm-hmm.
They care about other people's opinions too much, and who cares?
Who cares?
But to a certain extent, people's opinions can help you, right?
Yeah, it could help you grow as a person.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't take it in the wrong way and take it in a negative connotation and shut down. You know what I mean?
In a bad way, yeah. There's a lot more I could say. I've been looking at how people act around other people, and I like to step outside a little bit, see how it really is. You'd be surprised what you can see whenever you just shut your mouth. Alright. That's a long one.
That was a good one. I feel like to wrap it all up, I just feel like we gotta I feel like from here on out, I don't know. We gotta kind of try to keep loving, and I don't know.
Being nice to people.
Yeah, be nice to people and just try to be a positive light.
You never know
in
what anybody
everybody's
else is
lives.
going through.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know.
To a certain extent.
Well, that'll be second.
That is the second.
And next week we will talk about oh no, it just slipped my mind. I guess we'll find out.
Stay tuned.
Alright.